Hey there, today's video I'm going to review the Brandon Bay 21k from here in County Kerry, Ireland. I'm making this video because I decided to run the Brandon Bay 21k. It's all the way down this beautiful beach for just over 10k and then all the way back. The Brandon Bay run is in Kerry. There are 3 races, a 5k, a 10k and a half marathon. All of them are on the beach. Brandon Bay is about 325 kilometres, 201 miles from Dublin. We stayed in nearby Tralee, the nearest town. There's also Castle Gregory. There's no public transport from Castle Gregory as far as I could find. Little enough from Tralee to Castle Gregory. So you pretty much need to go in your own car. To Brandon Bay was 30 minutes from Tralee. I flew yesterday with the drone. It was really nice. Got some nice shots. Didn't crash. The Brandon Bay run is on a peninsula called Maharees or Oscuelga na Maharí in the Irish language. The islands you can see in the distance are the 7 hogs. The Maharees is a tombola. It's a sand spit that comes out from the land. People walk here, they run here, they ride ponies, they do a lot of surfing, and obviously the main industry would be tourism, particularly in the summer when people come to enjoy the beautiful sandy beaches. In the distance you can see Tralee, and this is the peninsula looking back towards Castle Gregory, and this is the beach we're going to run down all the way to the very end as far as the eye can see. In the distance you can see Mount Brandon, the summit of which is hidden in the clouds, and on the other side is Dingle. We're on the Dingle Peninsula. There is a wonderful Dingle Marathon and half marathon. I ran the marathon last year. The beach is wide and flat and separated from the road by some dunes. It's largely firm underfoot with some very soft sand here and there. And then the beautiful Atlantic Ocean, crystal clear, but somewhat cold. The run starts after the sand turns from black to a more golden color on the widest part of the beach. It was great to fly the drone over the day before and get some idea of what we might be running on. You can see by the hoof prints just how much activity the beach sees. Of course, they will all be washed out in the morning, and as we fly down the beach, you can see people in the sea to the right hand side. There are surf schools and coffee shops. We'll fly over some. You'll see them in containers, and then into the distance towards Tralee. You can see an area where there's a lot of inflatable sea toys in the sea. This peninsula and the beaches either side gets a huge amount of use in the summertime. I flew sideways along the beach, trying to see as much of the beach as I possibly could to see if it was different in various parts. To be honest, it's pretty much the same all the way through. I also saw the runners running by. I should have noticed how heavy their feet were in the sand, but more of that to come. I then flew back towards the townland of Fahamore, which is at the very end of the beach on the Maharees. Fahamore is named after the big green. Moor means big, Oscuelga in the Irish language. And right at the end is Spillane's Bar and Restaurant. One of the things about this particular race is it's sponsored by a huge amount of small companies. And one of them is Spillane's Bar and Restaurant. We ate there. They serve amazing ice creams, 99s. They also have very nice food, and there's pints of Guinness, all that kind of stuff. I was driving, I didn't have those. And across the road, there is, at least in the summertime, a coffee stand, a little bit of parking where you can get fresh coffee and snacks and things like that. There's a lovely little atmosphere. We stayed in Tralee, but the house down below on the seaside of Spillane's is actually available for rent in the summertime. The beach is about 11 kilometers long, and it's accessible at various points with walkways over the dunes, little parking spots, coffee shops, all that kind of thing. Fairly regularly, certainly towards the Fahamore end of the beach. We watched the pony on the beach, and then we gathered ourselves up and headed further south to the very end of the beach. We drove down to Fermoil Beach, known Oscuelga as Trá Formiliach. Trá is beach in Irish, and it's really very beautiful down at this point where you ultimately will turn around. We're looking again towards Mount Brandon. You can kind of see how
changeable the weather is one day, or 1 minute it can be rainy, it can be cloudy, all these kinds of things, which makes for a very lovely landscape. I didn't change any of the colors in this image. I didn't color grade. This is straight out of the drone. The turnaround point is pretty much down below us, right here where you see the tire tracks turning around. We fly over the circular objects or the tubular objects. That's silage hay that is, I guess, fermenting, and the beautiful views over towards Mount Brandon. In this shot, you can see the entire beach. Up in the very far distance is where we'll come from. We'll turn around to this point and run all the way back. In the distance on the right-hand side towards the top of the image, you can see 2 streams. You have to run through these streams on the run. It was basically foot deep in water. We did it twice. You'll see images of me running through them. And I guess if it was wet weather, they could be a bit deeper. But this particular area is really beautiful, and I did a bit of gratuitous drone flying just to see what was out there. And yeah, it's just the Kerry landscape. It's really absolutely beautiful. Race day dawned and we drove out. The organisers ask you to carpool as much as you can. I was expecting traffic chaos. What I found was a supremely efficient one-way system had been put in place. Start and finishing straight is, well, I mean, it's a beach. It's really straightforward. There's a gantry and some barriers, nothing much more complicated than that. We arrived at 9:30 for a 10:45 start, 5K and 10K start after the half marathon. It was really super simple, into some fields. I obviously flew the drone, walked across onto the beach. You can see the car parks here, and as I pan around, there are toilets in the fields. There are 10 cubicles. I did my usual trick of going as early as possible. I thought I would see a lot of people, men, going to the toilet on the beach during the race. I didn't see anyone. It was very windy, which was not unexpected. I had looked at windy.com, and the wind, it looked like it was coming sideways across the beach, but of course the beach is curved. John went out for a quick run and came back and said that it was very windy in the last kilometre. It was very windy in the last kilometre. You can see the flags down below blowing in the wind. Before leaving the hotel, I sprayed on sun cream on my legs. I couldn't quite get it on my shoulders, but I did run some in. I wasn't expecting any great sunshine. It was very overcast, but it was to prove to be very sunny, and certainly myself and Liam were, well, rather red afterwards, but it was all worth it. Pretty soon, we were getting ready for the off.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. You're all very welcome to the Brandon Bay Marathon.
9, come on, Zodi, 8, 7, nice and low, get those bumps down, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, guys. 5 forward. Come on, full range of motion, 2 arms moving, and back.
Quickly, just a couple of rules and regulations. There's not much, but just to fly through. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Well done, guys. Enjoy. Under the gantry. Have a blast out there today. Break a leg.
Yeah, okay. Right, we're off. You can smile if you feel like it, John.
It's definitely a memory maker. Yeah.
Good man.
Good job, guys.
Great running! Go Sanctuary! Sorry, I'm taking off my footpads over here for a second. Sorry, lads.
Yeah, no. That's the last one.
I'll catch up.
You go round?
Looks like it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the trigger, yeah.
And there's some arrows on the ground.
Yeah.
And there's a person ahead of us. Right, I'm going to get a picture of you from the back, John.
Okay.
Leading our way home. Oh, this is beautiful now, yeah. Apparently 900 people running today. There's a 10k, a 5k, and I'm in the half marathon. Kerry is really beautiful. This is the third Kerry half marathon I've run this year. I've run Dunloe half marathon, Killarney half marathon, and this one. You never know what weather you're going to get. You really have no idea. And I am, of course, taking it easy. Delighted. John Burchett Sharp has come to the race. He's much faster than me. We got to halfway point with John and my friend William, who I run with regularly. And then John is blasting back ahead. The surface conditions are pretty good. I'm on sort of flat sand. There's little red markers. You kind of keep either side of little red flag. You'll see it coming up. I'm about to pass it and you should see it in the background. We're on one side and I guess we came down the other side. Tide is far out, a good thing. Occasionally there's been some soft sand, but not dry soft sand, sort of wet. I'll drop in a clip of running through it, but for the most part it's pretty nice. There's one of the markers up there. How you doing? Luckily my knee is feeling fine. There are water stations. I think that 5k, there's one at the turn. Maybe it was 3k. It was water. Either way, must have been because they need it for the 5k run. To get out bottled water. There are no bins, but thankfully people seem to be throwing the waste in the same pile. And usually beside one of the red flags, staff are going to come back to pick up the red flags, so that's a good idea. But I haven't brought anything. No water, no, I didn't bring any gels, just taking this easy. Leave no trace. Occasionally, you have to run through these sort of rivers. Wasn't expecting to be as deep as they are. They're not deep, but I took off my stride foot pods after the first one. Hopefully, they'll dry out okay. I think I'll go over here a bit. I'm wearing the North Face Effective Pro 3. They're great. The water will come in, the water will drain out. comfortable shoes. Groovy, Julia. If you're wondering, like I was, whether it's hard to run on sand, the answer is yes. Really feels heavy underfoot. Struggling.
Sprint finish, well done.
Did you enjoy it?
I did, yeah, it was brilliant. It was my slowest but favourite half marathon I've ever done.
Well done, guys. Some more half marathon finishers flying.
Fantastic. Ooh, that was tough. That was one tough race. Running on the sand was probably tougher than I thought. It's probably my slowest race ever. I managed to pick up a bit of pace at the end, but I was really feeling it. John had a great race. Liam had a great race. I had some very nice filming. Hope the video comes out really well. I mean, this is incredibly beautiful. I mean, I'll stick the camera up above. I mean, try and get out of the wind. I'm not sure if I'll succeed. If you get the weather, Ireland is something else, and Kerry is just, my word. I mean, I'll spin around yet again. Nice, well-organised half marathon, great fun. Probably the only half marathon I've ever run where when I reached the halfway point, the finishing line was in sight. You need good glasses, but you can see it in the distance.
Well done, guys. Some more half marathon runners coming in.
Well-deserved pints and dinner ahead. I'll mind your stuff in case any of the Kerry thieves come by.
That's grand.
You're the man for this, all right?
I'm going to kind of go over there a bit.
Right, well, I'm going to follow you. This is as far as I'm going to go.
Thanks so much to all of the people who made this brilliant race happen, all the local sponsors, the civil defence for their great support. And here's exactly what I want to see at the end of a race, an empty ambulance. What a wonderful day we had. Yeah, strongly encourage you to do this one.